It's in front of the Bramall Lane crowd for the first time, but he knows and they know this afternoon is not about hero worshipping, it's about 3 points. And it's a special day for others besides him. We'll hear from our match commentator, John Hell.
Dave Bassett's early season spending is reflected in this lineup, with Brian Marwood, once of Sheffield Wednesday, returning to the city in United colours after his £350,000 move from Arsenal. And there's a surprise recall at number 7 for Carl Bradshaw, with Wilf Roston replacing David Barnes at left back. Marwood is delighted to be back in Yorkshire, and United will be looking for him to recapture the form that won him an England cap 3 years ago. Marwood is one of the best crossers of a ball in the English game, as he showed so often in his Sheffield Wednesday days. Lee Chapman, who benefited so regularly from Marwood's service, is in the opposition lineup today. Amazingly, for someone who's been in the game so many years, this is his first ever competitive game at Bramall Lane. Leeds make one change to the side beaten by Spurs 8 days ago. Peter Haddock returns in the number 3 shirt, with Mike Whitlow relegated to the substitutes bench. A derby match of this proportion needs a strong, experienced official. None qualifies better than George Courtney, England's only referee at the World Cup finals this summer. He might well have refereed the final indeed, had England not reached the semi-finals. With Leeds in all white, Sheffield United in their home strip, red and white stripes. And interesting in the formations of the two sides, it appears that Sheffield United are going to play Colin Hill in midfield. Hill, who has operated as a centre-back this season and was a right-back last season, and the first foray is led by Billy Whitehurst. Another interesting choice, and the ball coming across here, the chance for Dean in the first minute, and what a save by Lukic. Leeds was split asunder, they have conceded some early goals, and Lukic kept them from going behind in the first 60 seconds. What a start this would have been for Sheffield United. The ball played in from the right touchline, and it bisects everybody and comes to Dean in a perfect position. Now he's 6'3" and he stretches that great long left leg. Marvellous save from Lukic. Well, I think we're going to see plenty of the ball in the air today, as it was nodded on there by Dean. It's pretty obvious to read the tactics, with Dean and Whitehurst in the middle for Sheffield United, two big men, and Chapman up front for Leeds United. Again Jones with a throw from the opposite side now. Chapman have got back to get that one out, but nobody to give it to, and so Marwood tries his luck. Both goalkeepers seen plenty of the ball, generally from back passes, and last year, if you remember, when Leeds beat Sheffield United 4-0, they put a tremendous amount of pressure on the Sheffield United goalkeeper Simon Tracy. Controversially, Bobby Davison won a penalty. He's really standing on the goalkeeper's toes. But Phil Kite playing instead of Simon Tracy has impressed everybody here. News on Tracy, by the way, is that another week and he should probably be fit again. But inside the area it goes. Marwood, looking to beat his old Arsenal colleague John Lukic. They were together, of course, in the championship winning side at Highbury. Good to see Brian Marwood back in Yorkshire. He had successful spells at Hull and Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds have rarely been seen as an attacking force, but Varadi's trying to get in here behind Beasley. And the ball goes out for a corner. Phil Kite actually did well, because he had to shadow Varadi, who has already taken the corner. So Leeds reacting quickly here. Strachan. There are a lot of people inside the penalty area, but they needed to be just that touch more incisive. It's knocked on by Bradshaw, and it'll be taken back by Batty. He turns around Hill. Very composed play from Batty, and he sets Chapman going in the opposite direction. He really has become a very composed player, David Batty, much more so than he was even 12 months ago. Good back header here for Dean. Haddock's pace paying off for Leeds. For handball against Batter, but the referee was pretty close to him. Speed has gone down the left, Chapman down the middle, a good back header to McAllister inside the area. Gary McAllister trying to notch his first goal still in Leeds colours. It was a good run by him to get into that position after Chapman's back header had opened the way for the Scot, but he just couldn't round it off, and will be disappointed not to have done so. Watch him now, number 10, running here. Well, he ran 20 yards to get there, and it was almost a toe poke in the end over the top. Both sides claimed it. The linesman favoured Leeds. And he's enjoying Sunday at Bramall Lane too. Marwood did really well to find Dean there, and he scurries on and plays his cross in. The first time we've seen the crossing ability of Brian Marwood. He might have another chance here. He's on a throw. And for the third time in this half, Vinnie Jones steps forward to deliver one of his special bombs. And again it's Chapman who has it out of the area to Strachan. Holds things up. Goes the other way. Lovely ball to McAllister. Leeds have a lot of options here. Varane. Speed's coming up on his outside. Now he plays him in. Speed, and it came away from the defender. It just took too long then, Leeds. Costed a lot of men up. Sterland. Strachan created the last space, and now he goes himself. Plays it against the defender. There we saw the influence and creativity of Gordon Strachan. Free kick for Sheffield. And at the moment, it's 6 free kicks to either side. Gordon Strachan there, who well remembers, of course, that goal in the World Cup finals against the West Germans. But hasn't got one this season yet. I wonder how it's affected his weekly training session. He has a personal guru who organises all his daily schedules. Well, Sunday at 12 o'clock, it's not normally football. And Chris White will be spoken to and admonished. Sheffield United having a committee meeting about this free kick. Hill and Rostron and Marwood and Bradshaw are all involved, and yet it could be somebody else who hits it. Well, they've been working on this one, I've no doubt, but well, it warmed Lukic's palms. Bradshaw's shot. Excellent positional play once more by Lukic. Another chase on here, and John Lukic decides to trot back gently and then take Haddock's back pass. And up and under from Rostron. And a bit of an up and under between Fairclough and Whitehurst, and again Chris Fairclough is unhappy with referee Courtney, and Chris Fairclough, continuing his argument with the official from Spennymoor, will find that you can't do that. Billy Whitehurst is always involved in battles, and now Gordon Strachan goes to referee Courtney, as Chris Fairclough must have said something as he turned away. And he's saying you're going to have to regain your composure, put everything that's happened out of your mind. And it's a yellow card for Chris Fairclough, which is a rare event, really, for a central defender. And that's what you get for arguing with the referee. Howard Wilkinson will not be happy about that. He fines his players heavily for showing dissension. First booking of the game. Free kick find in the direction of Pemberton. Sterland with a very confident back header. And it lopes on, chased by Dean. Will surely catch him with those great long legs of his. Batter. Well, Brian Dean had served his side well then. Strachan's gone through the middle. McAllister seems to be growing in confidence a little in the Leeds midfield. Asks Batty to work the ball forward once more. And inadvertently, Batty deflects it in the direction of Haddock. Not even Dean will get there. Control from McAllister. He's asking a lot of Varady here against Beasley. It was a dangerous back pass to attempt. And it results in a throw for Leeds. Bradshaw is asked to move away by referee Courtney. He can actually stand there as long as he doesn't jump on. Chapman gets the cross in, and speed is coming in over the top of the bar, and it took a deflection from Pemberton, one assumes, as referee Courtney points over there for the corner. Strachan with it. White's up there. Still Fairclough. Chapman in. And I think he tried to use his hand. Free kick given to Sheffield. What now, says Lee Chapman? So Lee Chapman served his side well here, hooking the ball across, and Speed it was who got in, couldn't keep it down, but it was deflected. There with Chris Fairclough and Billy Whitehurst. Chris White as well. Billy White actually was spoken to. Sheffield's free kick. Marwood. It's White who gave it away. Who got the ball out. Strachan chases back to deny Rostron. Two veterans of the game there. Here's one of the younger players on the pitch, Paul Beasley. Pemberton's ball is a cracker too over the top of Haddock. Ball Whitehurst. Haddock again using that great asset speed to get back there and take the ball off Whitehurst's toe before he could cross it. offside Marwood to take these dead ball situations, and it was Jones's header. So the two new men combining. Well, Marwood delivers a fine corner, and Vinnie Jones does get it well. He uses his head well in these situations. Now he'd love to mark his home debut with a goal. Time White took the ball fairly away from Whitehurst, and it's Speed who's come over from the left but loses it, and Vinnie Jones, I think that's the first free kick Jones has actually conceded in the game. Sterland, oh, he set his sights again. Well, can lightning really strike twice? From 35 yards last season he rifled it, one of the goals of the season. And this isn't far away either. He's a Sheffield man and he enjoys scoring goals in his home city. We're very close to the half-time whistle as Dean nods on. Lukic has seen as much of the ball as anybody in this game. And yet he's really only had one shot to stop. And there is referee Courtney's half-time blast on the whistle. So a fairly even half. It started with Sheffield United having a great chance in the first minute, which Dean couldn't take. Leeds after that have had opportunities for McAllister and for Sterling to score. Neither of them were able to take it, and it's all set up then for the second half. We'll be right back. So 45 minutes to go here at Bramall Lane, and the team's locked, which isn't a great surprise, I don't suppose. You expect derbies to be tight. Brian Dean racing onto it once more, denied some space, but Hill's come battling for it. Fairclough in the end got it, now Dean, and they've stayed on side, but he can't find Marwood out there. Surely was overdoing it that time against Fairclough. A Leeds free kick. There's one more for the tally. Might come through here to McAllister. He just took it a shade too far, allowing Morris to get across. Batty's throw. White couldn't get there. Pemberton hooks it away. There's nobody from Sheffield there. Had it forward, and Strachan makes a very good run indeed. And he's such a sprightly little player. He's causing a bit of panic in there, and he's giving it to McAllister. Well, the two of the best opportunities Leeds have had have fallen to the foot of Gary McAllister. Still, he can't register that first goal in a Leeds jersey. Beautifully teed up though by Strachan, who really took on the defender Morris, teased him, rolled the ball, and McAllister coming in. That was a perfect opening for him. Disappointed he must be. He had a good strike rate with Leicester City as well. He scored in both matches against Leeds last season. Good running from Whitehurst. He hooks it back as well. There's Dean's header, loop hoping for the top corner, but not sufficiently elevated to get over Lukic. It's been a better start to the second half, but Sterling played the ball too far ahead of him, and Jones went and sliced it into the crowd. But let's have a look here at the way Whitehurst did really well to chase, catch the ball, hook it back, and Dean's header not strong enough to beat Lukic. Chapman to Strachan. He's not tall enough to take on Morris like that. Haddock for Leeds. Now McAllister, the man who took Vinnie Jones's place here on the Leeds side. Sterling's cross. Mike Teeskite! Well, Mel Sterling scored from a better angle than that last season. That was an unusual one. It was a cross really, but you could see it dipping in under Kite's crossbar, and it really did pose the goalkeeper a big problem, this one. It was a terrible height for him. Well saved. Corner for Leeds. Well, Strachan really has managed to pick out Bradshaw somehow. He didn't want to do that, so he was in the opposition, but it's back with Leeds, and McAllister gives it straight to the foot of Jones, and then gets it back off him and runs down the flank to take the ball from Strachan. Leeds have two men up calling for it inside the area. It's too far for either of them. McAllister's more of a right-footed player really. White's head, it's fallen down to Marwood, who'll wrestle for it with Haddock, and he'll get the corner for Sheffield. It's their first of the second half. They've had to concentrate basically on defending up till now. Can they take the opportunity when it arises? We might find out. Here's Jones's header! And stayed out with a crucial fingertip stop from John Lukic. Well, that was to be Vinnie Jones's moment, and he can't believe that it hasn't gone into the net. It's a thunderous header, and a fingertip from Lukic, and then it came off his back and rolled the right side of the upright for Leeds, the wrong side for Sheffield. So unlucky, Vinnie Jones. It's coming down to Colin Hill now. I don't think Lukic will have trouble with that one. Heart is still beating. And Dave Bassett has been rather agitated in this second half, and he left his seat up in the stand to come down onto the bench to bark out some instructions to his players, and now he shows his own fitness by scurrying back into the stand. Whoops, he is a fit fella. But he hopes he doesn't have to do that too many times during the game. Onside Whitehurst. Sheffield stretching Leeds just for the moment, and here's a chance for Dean. He spurns it. Great opportunity for the man who normally puts away headers like that in his sleep. He's still the only man to have scored for Sheffield United this season. It's a beautiful lob ball from Vinnie Jones, and Dean really knows he should have done better. Whitehurst first, Dean coming on the end of Jones's first time cross, and he was well off. Bradshaw with a quick throw to Dean, and it rebounds towards Whitehurst, who's turned his man. Here's Dean again, and a great chance once more, but it's McAllister knocking the ball out. Pemberton now. Oh, good ball as well. This one is put into the crowd by Marwood. His first chance to open his goal-scoring account at Bramall Lane, he couldn't take it. But all of a sudden Sheffield are prizing Leeds open, and that one there from Pemberton was in the perfect spot for Marwood. I think it won't be long before somebody makes a substitution. Somebody has got to introduce an injector A bit of something different to their play. Well, talk of the devil, John Pearson for Leeds United is about to come on for his first time this season, and Howard Wilkinson has gone down to the touchline too, and he will bring off Imre Varadi, who's not had a very productive afternoon against Sheffield's tall central defenders Morris and Beasley. So the first substitution, Pearson for Varadi. And Imre Varadi takes his place alongside McKennigan on the bench. Strachan. That low centre of gravity, Strachan, which enables him to shimmy his way around defenders. Just when it seems though he might lose the ball, he manages to regain it, get around the opposition. Here he is again, a lovely flick to set up David Batty, and the shot flicked over the top by Kite. The best action of the second half. Delightful setup from Strachan. Batty seems to be gaining confidence in having a go for goals. His manager has told him he's got to score a few more. He enjoyed that moment. He'd have enjoyed it even more if it had found the net. Kite denied him. Strachan a corner for Leeds. Long again, too long maybe. Sterling will pick it up, has the chance to play it back in. Sterling, good long throw towards Pearson. Sheffield always seem to manage to get it out though. Nobody really to take it on for them. Only Marwood had been left up there. Fairly won back though, and there's danger here with Dean going down the middle. Oh, and he just couldn't control it. And another opportunity goes begging. Brian Dean had got into a terrific position then. Well, Chapman did the job there by making Beasley put the ball out. So the initiative stays with Leeds. And a touch of deja vu here. Sterling has to get it over the top of Dean for a start, and he did so by raising his heel. And he's rather angry with the linesman for that. Largely frustrating Sunday lunchtime. In fact, Leeds generally find playing league football on a Sunday frustrating. They've never won a league game on a Sunday, despite the fact they've been playing them since 1982. 10 times Leeds have played in Sunday league games without winning, and David Batty tried to get them a victory here with a lovely piece of play between he and Strachan. What a delightful back heel that was, and the shot didn't lack any power. Kite with the fingertip over. Play on, says referee Courtney, and that's what Bradshaw does. Finding Dean, here's danger. Put out only as far as White, and he didn't take it out of play completely. So Dean continues to tussle with speed. And he has found Chapman. Leeds looking to hit on the break. Haddock's ball forward. Ricochet falls happily for speed. Now on, Bradshaw's been left clutching himself on the ground. Leeds won't worry about that. They've got the momentum going here. Sterling, he's got McAllister outside him. Here's McAllister, there's the cross. Pearson going in for it and scores. John Pearson for Leeds. The substitute celebrates. Brought in specifically to do a job, and he's done just that in the 73rd minute. He got a hat-trick against Sheffield United 2 years ago. Pearson's first of the season, and never better time. Sheffield had a man down out of the game. Sterling and McAllister combined. Pearson's height was too hot to handle for Sheffield. It's a great time for Leeds to score with 17 minutes left. born in Sheffield, a Sheffield Wednesday man, and he scored here against the team he likes to score against more than any other. United's throw, Sheffield United that is, and it'll be Vinny. Free kick against Sheffield. It's such a special day for him, and nobody wants to win more. That's why he came here. He wasn't content to play reserve team football at Leeds, but he knows he's got a battle on his hands with Sheffield United, still searching their first win in the First Division. But it might well be that Dave Bassett will put somebody like Bob Booker on now to use his height and put on an extra attacker. Lee Chapman's onside. But, Beasley behind him, and Rostron tidying up. Bob Booker started his career as an out-and-out frontman with Brentford, and I think we can expect to see him before the final whistle. Pemberton making great strides down the right. Oh, and it's one up him by speed. He tackled back well, and he finds Strachan, who'll jink his way past the defender Beasley, and Strachan goes on. He should get in the penalty area. Can Strachan crown it? Chapman surely will. Goodness gracious me. 5 yards out, that would have finished it. Terrific play again from Gordon Strachan, and Lee Chapman there is applauding Phil Kite, the goalkeeper, for the way he saved Sheffield United's cause. Marvellous run from Strachan, and he had the composure to tee up Chapman as well. He'll be disappointed it wasn't rounded off. Strachan's corner, still there coming and looking for a second. Well, that great chance was set up by the fact that Speed had won the ball there, and Strachan, from the moment he set off and eluded Beasley, headed towards the Sheffield United goal. He could have been brought down, of course. He had the composure, he could have tried himself, but he really set up Chapman superbly. It seemed for all the world he had to score. Great stop by Kite. Much food for thought down there for Dave Bassett. 5 matches played without a win, and it's looking as though it could be 6, and now Bob Booker is to come onto the field to replace Colin Hill. Chris White heading it out as he's done on so many occasions, and they might just open them up again here. Strachan goes on, he's got Batty on his outside. Is he going to tee up David Batty? He is, yes, and Chapman! Can't get it on the end of that one either, although the flag had been raised in any event. But Leeds have had the opportunities to have really polished off Sheffield United in the last few minutes. Strachan at the hub of things again. Batty slashing it across the face of goal. But had Chapman connected, it wouldn't have been a goal. The game really could have been over as a contest if Chapman had taken that previous opportunity. Marwood to Pemberton. Good run by Booker. McAllister's gone with him and handles it very well. Again, Pearson's header falling towards the foot of Strachan. He can't pass back. He can pass square. Passing was good, but here's Bradshaw. He's got a bit of space now to work with. Plays it in, and no foul tackle. Not even Sheffield United's fans claimed a penalty there as Marwood went down. Solid defending. Bradshaw's first time ball in though. There's an inviting one for Marwood to chase. the tackle good. Three minutes to go as the referee says play on, and they do exactly that. And he's done well to find Batty in there. Speed had stopped running. The flag was up in any event. It's been a game of almost 50 free kicks awarded by referee Courtney. With the corner, couple of minutes to go. Considerable danger there to the Leeds goal post by Sheffield. Bradshaw hits in the shot, pouched by Lukic. Still they can't find a way past him. Oh, and given away to Pearson, who couldn't find Chapman either the first time or the second. Rostron looks for somebody to give it to. Bradshaw had stayed out wide. White stumble. Then Leeds conceding another free kick on Dean. And referee Courtney this time will have words with the big defender. Chris White has had the most unnerving last 3 or 4 minutes. He's not going to be booked. Sheffield United's fans think he should have been. Well, the perfect punishment would be a goal for Sheffield. Gannon has the opportunity to flight in the free kick. And it stayed out of the underneath of the crossbar for the second time here this afternoon. And fortune is favouring John Lukic at that end. There's the ball in, there was the header, and off the underside of the bar, Sheffield are denied for the second time, so they can point to some ill fortune. At the other end, Sterland puts it angled over the far side. It's just about full time here at Bramall Lane, but Sheffield continue to apply the pressure. They're trying to salvage something from the game. And they look to their new captain, who dearly wants to get something from the game. They've got a corner. And everybody's up for it. They just leave Rostron back, apart from the goalkeeper. Gannon takes it. And the big men are all up there. It's come down to Bradshaw once again. 0-1 for Leeds. McAllister, he's got Strachan on his left. He gets him away. Strachan, there's Chapman over on the right as well. Can Strachan finish it off? Is he going to try and tee up Chapman again? Well, he's taken so long. Strachan, he's made it. It took an eternity to get there. It doesn't matter. I can do it sitting down, he says. There was always the danger that Sheffield, in their search for an equaliser, would lose a second goal, and the little Scot, with his first of the season, rounds off a Leeds United victory at Bramall Lane. Their first ever in a league game on a Sunday. They were torn asunder, Sheffield United. McAllister just toe-poked the ball forward. Strachan, eating up the yards, took an awful lot of strides. He took an awful lot of time as well, before he finally jinked his way around the one defender. Well, it wasn't the best finish I've ever seen. It didn't really matter to this little chap, though. He's got his name on the score sheet. He scurries away. Round he goes, round Pemberton, and a little flick with the instep sufficient to make it 2-0 to Leeds. And the Leeds captain is going to be a happy man as he spends his Sunday afternoon. 3 points are in the bag. And yet Sheffield will point to the fact that twice they've hit the underside of the Leeds crossbar. Jones and then late on Beasley, but it didn't matter because Leeds have taken the points, and they say well played to Vinny, the new captain of Sheffield United. He dearly wanted to win this one, but it's this man Strachan who has put the seal on a Leeds United victory. It all started to come right for Leeds in the 73rd minute when their substitute John Pearson headed them in front from a Sterling cross, and then in the very dying seconds Strachan made sure the points were going back up the M1 to Ellen Road. Full-time score then at Bramall Lane is Sheffield United 0, Leeds United 2. We'll be back
I mean, I was gutted, obviously. I thought that we were looking pretty good, and I thought we had them on the rack. And then, you know, the big right-hander comes up and we're on our back on the canvas. So we go chasing the game, and then it opens it up for them a little bit. And, you know, I know from being at Leeds that when you do start throwing everything at them, the little Scotsman hangs out, gets the ball and can cause all sorts of problems, and you know, that's exactly what happened. But you know, our chins are well up. We're in the change room after, and you know, we're looking at it as if you know, Lady Luck weren't on our side. But you know, we're not going to hope that Lady Luck comes upon us. We're going to go out and make it happen, which is it in as I could. And obviously it was great after the game for all the Leeds lads to come straight over to me, you know, especially Big Mel and that, who on the same token sent me my first telegram at Southampton, Big Mel and his wife. So, you know, it's great playing against the lads, and I think I've put up a good show.